Hi, my name is Eric Kawabata. I'm the General Manager for TerraCycle in the Asia Pacific region. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. We are on a mission to eliminate the idea of waste, and we've been working to do that in Asia Pacific for 10 years now. In China, we've had some of our biggest milestones. We've collected more beauty care packaging in China than anywhere else in the world. In fact, for Lancome alone, we've collected over 17 million empty bottles and packages of skincare, cosmetics, and other types of beauty care items, which equals to almost 394 tons. It is currently available in all offline Lancome stores in China, which is incredible. Same thing with L'Occitane. We're available in all L'Occitane stores offline in China as well. For Kiehl's, another skincare brand, we've been doing the same for many years now. And we've used the empty packaging to create new items like desks and chairs to donate to schools and forest signposts as well, 39 of them made from recycled empty bottles in 2023. In Korea, with a Green Leaf membership program, we've collected over 400,000 Brita filters and recycled them. We have programs with L'Oreal for luxury product recycling as well. And with Coca-Cola, we've achieved the first bottle-to-bottle recycling project, which is a huge milestone for us in Korea and in the region as well. In Japan, we have medicine blister pack recycling, which is a first for us in this region as well. With ASICS, a footwear brand, we've got a new cradle-to-cradle program that was just launched this month in Japan, in Australia, and other parts of the world as well. And we've also collected ocean plastic and changed that ocean plastic into pens and other packaging to create a value chain for ocean plastic, which allows us to fund more cleanup and use that material for recycling to be sold, to be used in other materials. So there are many challenges to recycling in every region of the world, and they differ from country to country. It can depend on the consumer appetite, consumer needs. It can change with different types of regulation. For example, in Europe, there's some really great regulations coming out to encourage reuse. In China as well, there are many regulations that promote recycling, and that helps our job. That makes it easier for us to do so. In other countries, it can be challenging where there are no regulations or requirements. In those cases, really, it's driven by consumer behavior. So we do a lot of surveys and market research. What's the consumer demand? What is the market price elasticity? Because to make packaging recyclable or to recycle packaging as part of your overall program adds cost to your manufacturing, your sales, and everything. It adds to the COGS of every product. And in that case, we have to find out what is the best way to engage the consumer, how to motivate them, how to motivate the brands, how to create a win-win for the brand, for the retailer, and the consumer. That's what we really try to focus on for every market. So we believe that some of the new regulations coming out from government in different parts of the world are actually helpful to us. More regulation that's moving towards circular economy, meaning that regulations requiring more transparency of how waste is handled, regulations requiring more recycling or reuse as well. And so we believe that as regulations become stricter, and we believe they're moving more towards the directions of circularity, that will help our business. That will help drive efficiency. It'll help drive, I think, consumer awareness. It will force brand companies to think about this and how to adapt to future. TerraCycle has been one of the initial partners of a movement, a business coalition that is in support of the Global Plastics Treaty, so that many countries around the world can come together to enforce the same rules and regulations to ensure that waste is handled properly, effectively, and in an environmentally friendly manner. We see that more companies are thinking about designing packaging that's easier to recycle, right? Designing into recyclability instead of designing for disposability. We look for more solutions to circulate. And so as we focus more and as companies focus more on resource circulation, they're driven to invest in more technology to increase recycling and recyclability. We position ourselves to be on top of this or to stay ahead. As we look at the categories that are hard to recycle, things that are easy to recycle like aluminum cans, drink, beverage, PET bottles, those have a market. They're monomaterial, they're easy to process, and there's a value for the raw material at the end of life. We look at complex packaging, things that are difficult to solve for, and really look for challenges that'll help drive some initial solutions. They're not always the most efficient at the beginning, but you have to start somewhere. So we like to be the first to challenge, to try to do it, and to increase efficiency over time. And we see this as a trend, and we feel that we are, I think, one of the front runners for this trend, and we have been for a long time. And we hope that some of our work will lead to greater recyclability in the long run, and someday maybe our programs won't be necessary because companies will be working to design into recyclability. Companies will be working more to build into reuse as well. And then recycling and reuse could be eventually independently, economically feasible, and TerraCycle services would not be necessary anymore. We would live in a world without waste, and that's our dream.
林经理你好，非常感谢您今天来参加我们这个回收论坛。那在今天泰瑞环保的展台，我看到了一些时尚的展品，像这个墨镜、签字笔，还有名片袋。听说这些全部都是用废塑料做成的。那我想请教一下您，在这个废塑新生的过程中，泰瑞环保的一个回收通路是发挥了怎么样的一个作用？
如我们可见，这些展品当中的墨镜的镜框部分和百乐笔来自于日本的海洋垃圾，而这个便携式的名片夹来自于韩国废弃牙刷柄的部分。这些都是在日本和韩国当地对废品进行回收后，进行清洗、甄选以及进一步的工艺上的加工，形成了全新的再生材料。由当地的设计师和供应商参与协助，而产生了全新的创新产品。我们泰瑞环保也是作为全球领先的可持续方案提供者，一直致力于在可行性和技术上提供支持，也在各个环节确保当地政府、企业、消费者和赞助商的参与，促进了各种变废为宝项目的开展，以及各种合规、安全而有趣的产品的高效落地。
那您刚刚提到了这些产品基本上都是在韩国那边进行的，那想问一下，那针对中国的市场，咱们泰瑞环保这边有哪些相关跟塑料回收相关的一些项目呢？跟我们分享一下。
我们泰瑞环保作为行业的佼佼领先者，在进入到中国市场之后，也与一些知名的并且乐意承担企业社会责任的大品牌进行了友好的合作。较为被国内消费者了解的品牌有兰蔻、科颜氏、羽西、赫莲娜、欧舒丹和如新等项目。我们也是在中国这边作为回收环保领域技术最为先进的这个国家，以合规和谨慎为前提下，制作了一系列的工艺美术品和日常生活消费品，比如收纳盒、环保袋和化妆包等等。近期较为让我们感到自豪的项目是在科颜氏这个品牌的委托之下，我们利用回收并且积攒的空瓶为原材料，产出了300套高质量的课桌椅，并且捐献到了3所欠发达地区的小学。